Hey guys, and welcome to another Stardew Valley video. In this video, I want to teach you guys how to download mods in 2022, and it's a more updated video than my one that I made about 5 or 6 months ago, so hopefully this guys can help you download mods. I want to mention this video is for Windows Edition, not Mac. If you want to download mods for Mac, I would recommend looking up a specifically video for Mac. This one might be able to help you, and it's pretty similar in most aspects, but I know there's a few different things, and I would recommend just doing that. Also, I want to mention this is for Stardew Valley on Steam. If you bought Stardew Valley somewhere else, which most people I know of have bought it on Steam, so the first thing you want to do is you're going to want to open up Steam, make sure Stardew Valley is installed, and you're going to want to run it. You want to run it once before you install any kind of mods or anything, just to make sure your game files are loaded up correctly and everything's working before you just start loading a bunch of mods into it. So as you can see, my game loaded up completely fine, so at this point you guys can just close the game and do the next step. The next step is you're going to want to go to Nexus, which all you do is just type in Nexus, go to Nexus Mods, and just look up Stardew Valley, or you can actually just go down here and go to the Stardew Valley game right here, and you're going to want to look up Smapi. Yep, you're going to want to look up Smapi, and then you're going to want to scroll down until you find this one right here, which this is, you want to look for this one, which has 3.8 million downloads. What Smapi basically is it's the client that you install into Steam, which basically what happens is when you hit play, it'll run Smapi, and Smapi will run the mods in your folder, which allow the mods to get into your game itself. So Smapi is basically like the program to allow mods to go into your game. To download Smapi, and you're on this page, you're going to want to check the requirements tab. It said this mod does not have any known requirements for this game, so there's no mods you need to download with Smapi for it to work. These are all mods that Smapi requires. So basically, you need Smapi to be able to use any of these mods here, which this page is long. So to download Smapi, go to the files. Make sure you make an account. It's free to make an account, and it's free to download and everything. You just need to make an account to be able to download it for free. Before, you used to not have to make an account, but apparently they made it so you had to now. So you're going to want to look for the main files, and you're going to go to manual download. So go to manual download, and you're going to hit slow download, which fast download you have to pay for, but slow download it'll load fine. And slow download is completely fine. It only takes a second. It's not long at all. So you're just going to go to save once it downloads and just save it to your computer. The reason that error came up is because I already downloaded it before and I was just replacing the old file. That won't come up on your end though. Make sure you don't hit any of these ads too. That's pretty self-explanatory. So the next step you're going to want to do is you're going to want to download a thing called Content Patcher, which Content Patcher is... The reason you're going to want to download Content Patcher is because most mods that you download will require Content Patcher as well as Smapi, which Smapi, like I said, is a client. But Content Patcher is a mod itself, which it's just required a lot. All these mods require Content Patcher, and you'll probably download one of these, and you might as well just download it to begin with. This says that it requires this mod here in the requirements tab, but all this is literally Smapi, the first thing you downloaded, so you don't need to download it again, obviously, because you just downloaded it a minute ago. Go to the files, go to the Content Patcher main files, manual download, then it's going to ask you for slow or fast download. You're going to want to hit slow, and then you're going to want to hit download, or save, technically, sorry. Now personally, what I like to do is I like to put the mods that I downloaded in a separate folder. So for example, this one is in a different hard drive, and it's just under Stardew Valley mods. And basically, in case if I'm playing the game and I'm using a mod that, let's say, changes the appearance of NPCs, and I don't want to use it at one point, I can just drag it in this folder, and then if I want to use it another time, I can just drag it back into my mods folder and just use it again, rather than having to go all the way back to Nexus and re-download the mod again. Now that you have Smapi and Content Patcher downloaded, you're going to want to go to your home screen, or your desktop. You're going to want to right click, go to new, and go to folder. You're going to want to drag only Smapi into this folder. Content Patcher can just chill right there for now. Now, with this folder, you're going to open it up. You're going to want to go to the Smapi download, right click it, and you're going to go to extract here. What this does is it pulls the files out of the zip file, because this is what a zip file is, and it makes it into a folder. You're going to open up that folder, and you're going to hit install on Windows, because obviously I'm on Windows. a little black box will appear, and you're going to want to read this, which at the top says, "Hi there, I'll help you install or remove Smapi. Just a few questions first. Where do you want to add or remove Smapi?" Now, obviously, you're going to want to add this where your game is downloaded. So, if you have Steam, there should automatically be an option here that says where Stardew Valley is installed. So you're going to hit 1, enter, and then it's going to ask you what you want to do, which obviously you want to install Smapi. So you're going to hit 1 and then enter again. It'll start installing it, and now at this point, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to drag from this little dot right here and drag all the way to the % symbol. Now once you got this whole thing highlighted, you're going to want to hit Control-C to copy it. Now you can close this black box and you can go to Steam. When you open up Steam, you're going to go over to Stardew Valley and you're going to want to right click it. When you right click it, you're going to want to go to Properties and click it. Now right here at the Launch Options tab, this is where you're going to want to paste what you just copied. So hit Control-V to paste it. Basically what this does, just like I explained earlier, is that when you hit play, instead of it just playing Stardew Valley off of Steam, it's going to go through Smapi because you pasted the Smapi link here. Once you run Smapi, it'll run your mods. So for example, it'll look like this, which you're going to want to hit play and run it without any mods to make sure it's working. So we're going to hit play. It brings up Smapi, just like I said. It's loading. Give it a minute, waiting for the game to launch. Everything's working, and it opens just like that. So now we have Stardew Valley and Smapi installed. As you can see, the game loaded up just fine, and you're just going to want to close it now. And this is where the fun part starts. This is where you get to download the mods that you're actually going to want to use. You can also delete this folder on your desktop now. You don't need that anymore. So let's go back to Nexus and look for some mods that we want. So obviously you can look on YouTube for mods, or you can just scroll through recommended or most popular or whatever you want to do. But the first mod that I'm going to download is NPC Map Locations, which this is a mod that I think is very helpful because it shows you where all the NPCs are all the time on the map. So this is a thing that you're going to want to do whenever you download any mods that you're actually downloading. This is for basically any kind of game. If there's a requirements tab, you're going to want to look for it. So if you go to the requirements, you see that all these mods here, you don't need to download, because these mods down here, if you want to use one of these, they require this mod here, which is NPC Map Locations. The only thing that is required to be able to use this mod is Smapi, which this is also Smapi. You can download it from this link as well, or you can just download it off of Nexus. Both work, it's the same thing. So obviously you already installed Smapi in the beginning of the video, and you installed it into Steam and pasted the link and everything, and obviously it ran fine. So the only thing you need to do for this mod is just to download it. So you go to Files, and you go to Manual Download, hit Slow Download, wait for the 5 seconds to go down, and save. So like I said before, if any of these mods, for example, CJB Cheats menu, it also says that it requires Smapi. You don't need to download Smapi again. Don't download this if it says Smapi. And if you click it and it brings up Smapi again. The only time you're going to want to download a mod that is required is if it looks something like this. So the only time you're going to want to download a required mod is if it looks something like this. So for example, if you want bigger backpacks for some reason, there's 2 requirements. Smapi, which I said you already downloaded, so you don't need that, and Stardew Valley Hack. So basically you would have to download this mod and this one to be able to use that mod. So if you wanted to use the bigger backpacks, you would need to install this one and the previous one, obviously the bigger backpacks itself. So once you install the mods that you all wanted and downloaded, you can close out Nexus if you would like, and you're going to want to open up your folder. You're going to want to go and try to find Content Patcher and all the other mods that you downloaded. So drag Content Patcher and NPC Locations, because that's the 2 that I downloaded. This Smapi download, you don't need that anymore because you already used that, like I said, so you can delete that if you'd like. And these are the 2 mods that I am going to decide to download into my Stardew Valley game. So to download the mods itself, you're going to want to go to Steam itself. You're going to want to right click Stardew Valley. You're going to want to go to Manage, and you want to go to Browse Local Files. Now at this point, there should be a mods folder right at the top. You're going to want to open this. Now at this point, you would drag both of these zip files into here, but you're not done yet. You're almost done. Now that you drag the zip files in here, just like the Smapi thing, you're going to want to highlight all the mods that you put in there. you're going to want to right click and hit extract here. This extracts the actual folders into it. You can leave the zip files in there if you would like, but as you can see, Content Patcher and NPC Map Locations are both in there. Now, when you are downloading mods, I also recommend only downloading 2 to 3, maybe 4 or 5 mods at most, and then testing your game to see if they all work together. Don't just download 30 mods and start up your game, because that could cause a lot of problems. So, let's check real quick if these mods worked correctly. You can close out the mods folder, you can delete these, or, like what I said I do, is I drag these into my separate folder in case if I ever need these again, instead of having to re-download them. So, if we hit play, it should load up here. Give it a minute to load. No errors. Works fine. Now, let me just show you that the mods have worked. So Content Patcher, I can't show you that it works because it doesn't add anything to the game. It's just a required mod for a lot of mods. But I can show you what NPC Map Locations look like. So if we load in here into my Stardew Valley game and we go to the map, we can see all the little NPCs' heads and where they're going and moving and basically where they are and how they're doing. So that's basically it for this video. If you guys have any questions about mods or the tutorial, just leave a comment down below and I'll definitely get to you and help you out. And if you really need the extra help, I will add you on Discord or something and lead you through it. But if this video helped you out, make sure to like and comment. And if you like this content here, then subscribe for more. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.